Barlow Maize.
Following a reported case of jailbreak in Suleja, Niger State on 24th April 2024, which resulted to the escape of 119 inmates from the correctional facility, the Nigerian Senate has on Tuesday disclosed the building collapsed, says bricks is over 100 years with local mods. The chairman of the Committee on Interior, Senator Adams Oshiomhole, stated this during an interview with press after a closed-door meeting between the committee and the Minister of Interior, Honorable Tunji Ojo.
What the fact that I've come out, I know exactly new, namely that this particular prison at Suleja was built in 1914. I think that was the year of the amalgamation of Southern and Northern Nigeria for about 200 people. And they have about 419 inmates. And some of these prisons were built with mud. And so it was not really a jailbreak. You had heavy rainfall, a storm, and then the wall fell, and then the roof. Even if you were in your private house and it's raining and you have a storm and your roof is gone and your walls come down, you will remain in the place. And so naturally people find escape, But the good news is that they have what it takes to retract them, and they have already rearrested some of them, and the effort is ongoing. We are satisfied, very satisfied with the minister's briefing. I believe he's doing what needs to be done. But going forward, we have to do what we have to do to appropriate more resources to modernize our prisons. They are meant to be correctional, so they are not condemnation centers. And I don't like lamenting something that we can do something about. So we are unanimous that we need to, take advantage of our role, in the National Assembly for appropriation to recognize that these prisons built 100 years ago simply don't meet modern requirements. And if you keep patching them, that is not going to do the deal. And of course, take advantage of modern technology to do what we have to do. But one other sad thing, which is not quite right, is the fact that majority of people in our prisons have not been convicted. That for me is sad. Because of our laws, you are presumed innocent until you are convicted. Now, somebody fight the other and is taken to prison. A magistrate is in a hurry to remind, depending on who wants the person detained. And so we have a lot of people. The third element is the fact that most of the people in prison are other state offenses. And under the Constitution, as amended, the state ought to bear responsibilities for people convicted under the laws of the state. And so if you use bias or neglect and you push people into prison, you have to spend government money to feed them there and feed them properly. But right now, the states are putting their mouth where they are not putting their money, because a lot of these offenses are state offenses. The federal offenses are not up to 10%. So there are a couple of reorganizations that needs to be done. But we, the Senate, would like to go around and see people, find out. You find some people in prison who could afford to pay 10,000 naira fine or 20,000 naira fine. As a consequence, he's in prison. And the cost of feeding him in prison is much more than the amount that the magistrate or the high court, There are a couple of things we could do differently without spending money, just having the political will to review some of the things we have taken for granted. There are a lot of countrymen and women who have no connection, who are wasting away in prison. We want to see how we can put an end to that. Without encouraging crime, we also don't need to criminalize innocent citizens. Now, how you deal with that requires that we do a meticulous job. I'm happy that the minister is on the right path. He's got the job well cut out for him. He has the will, he has the determination. What he needs for us, we are ready to provide. That is to give him the legislative backing to ensure that those fine initiatives he has, that he gets the resources to address them, working together with Mr. President.
Relocate some correctional centers for better space, security and infrastructure.
Thank you very much. We spoke about the root cause of the matter, of what happened. We spoke about what we're doing. which I won't be able to say, for security reasons. And we also discussed about solutions in terms of making sure that this doesn't happen again. And I can tell you the federal government is in control of this. Everything is under control. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is actually putting in everything through the Ministry of Interior and the Nigerian Correctional Service to make sure that there's no reoccurrence, and we have a correctional center. We have a correctional center that is safe for all inmates.
So what assurance are you giving to ensure that all the escapees are being brought home?
Well, we're doing our best, and you can be rest assured we will not sleep until that is done, and I know it will be done soonest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Harlow Mays, Parliamentary Advocacy and Journalism Redefined.